Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And today is our Wip Wednesday edition of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And I'm so glad that you are here. So glad you're here. Let me see. All right. Here we go. All right, just letting my friends know that I am live. How are you doing? Hello, Jay. Good morning to you. It's good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. And good morning, Michelle. Good morning to you. I'm so glad you're here. Hope you're doing well as well. And then Connie, howdy. Connie says, how are you doing today? I'm still working on bunny butts. I'm so burned out on them, hoping to start making carrots today. Connie has been making tons and tons of bunny butts because she is getting ready for Easter. She has her evergreen Christmas tree still up. And with the changing holidays, she is updating the tree. It is currently a love tree, so there's lots of hearts and candies and all sorts of stuff like that on it, but she's getting ready for Easter. All right, my first question to you is, what is in your cup? Jay has just finished shoveling the driveway, got 4 inches of snow overnight. Woo! Good night. That is a lot of snow overnight. Oh my goodness. All right. I apparently really need this coffee. So what is in your cup? I want to know because I'm nosy like that. You know me. I am so nosy like that. I cannot tell a lie. I want to know what is going on with you. Oh no, my basket's coming apart. Oh my Lanta. It is. It's coming apart. I wonder why. Did that cat start chewing on the... So the basket that I have here is wire, but at the top, around the wire, there's some jute, and the jute is all, weaved in, and it's all very pretty and everything. But it kind of looks like maybe a little kitty tried to have a snack on it. And so, yeah, that is not good. Not good at all. Connie has coffee, but it is not working. That's what she says, and I believe her because mine is not working at all right at the moment. I have hot coffee with a little bit of half and half. It is good, but I need some more. Oh, looky, Michelle. Let's see. Oh my goodness, Michelle got 4 inches of snow overnight also. Michelle is drinking decaf tea with milk. Yummy. Got 4 inches of snow overnight and working on a dog coat for the first time. That is awesome. Awesome, Michelle. I have been wanting to make a dog coat myself. My sweet sister-in-law, Tanya, she jumps in every now and then and chats and everything. She's on the Sunday Night Live with Naomi. She made her first dog coat, and she liked it so much she made another one really quick. So, because she had a couple dogs that are little, they either are shaved or they have short hair, and they are prone to get colds. So, yeah, they have really come in handy for her. I've never made one. I think it would be fun. And I actually think that my Roxy girl would wear it. I think she would. Oh my goodness, this is good coffee. Whew. All right. All right. So, as you know, I wasn't here on Monday. Um, Monday was a different kind of, well, actually, the whole weekend was a different kind of weekend, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. But first, let's see. So we have what's in your cup, and I want to know what your weather is like. And I know two of my friends here got snow, 4 inches overnight. We did not get any. We are back to brown grass and evergreens. Yeah, everything else is brown except for the evergreens. Ooh, sorry, I have the yawns. Sorry about that. Oh, I had a night. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you about it. It involved my little kitty having an accident on me last night while I was sleeping. Mm, You don't want to hear those details. So, what's your weather like? I want to know. And then, of course, I'm going to want to know what's on your hook because that is why I'm here. I'm nosy. It's Whip Wednesday. I have some crocheting to do, and I want to know what's on your hook. Do you have your hook? Do you have your make? Do you have your whip in hand? Are you crocheting yet? That's what I want to know. A little early, but you just never know. You just never know. Oh, wow. Connie says it's hot here. 64. We're supposed to get rain this weekend. Yes, we have rain in our forecast this weekend as well. And like major rain. Like rain Saturday, all day Saturday, rain all day Sunday. So I don't know. Connie has bunny butts on her hook, making bunny and carrot garland for her Easter tree. Yes, that is so fun. So fun. I can't wait to see that. And hey, listen, if you haven't, go on over to Connie's channel, Just Another Stitch, and check out her posts. She's got a couple videos out of her makes, of her love tree right now. And at Christmas, she did hundreds of ornaments on her tree. It was full of Christmas joy. And then currently, she has a love tree going on, and it is so adorable. All crochet. And then she's currently working on her Easter. So, yeah. Yes, you are. You're going to turn your house into a bunny hoppity land. That's right. You sure are. You sure are. Connie is really working to get that going. Now, I have been doing something that I don't normally do. Normally, I work on something a little bit and then, excuse me, then I get bored and I start something else or I see something else and I'm like, oh, I got to make that, right? Kind of did that with, I'm currently making a blanket. Let me show you the blanket that I'm making. I can't show you the actual blanket because, let me see, where's the post dishcloth? Here we go. This is it. Modern Hearts baby blanket. And so I started this. Let me show you. Share screen, Modern Hearts baby blanket, share. Okay, so this is Daisy Farm Crafts Crochet Modern Hearts baby blanket. And I have started this blanket. I am not making it in these exact colors. I actually have a, let's see if I can find it. No, I can't find it. Okay, let's see. It is, oh, it's not the cotton. It is, Okay. Well, it's a big cake. It's not a cotton cake. It is, I think it's called a big cake. Let's see. Karen Big Cakes. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's yeah, it is. It's the Karen Big Cakes. And let's see. Boysenberry. That's what it is. It sure is. So let me see if I can. Nope, they're just going to do this one. Okay, so it is Karen Big Cakes yarn in boysenberry. And so that is what I'm using along with white. So the hearts are in white and the background is in the boysenberry, which is a stripe. So this is what it's supposed to look like. Now, I'm not sure how well my hearts are going to turn out. I'm not sure. I'm still learning this color work stuff, right? So anyway, I am making this, and I even got a second big cake in order to be able to complete the blanket without worrying about, running out of yarn, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So I've got it started. I believe it has 9 hearts across, so it's not going to be a really big blanket, but I think it'll be a perfect size. Yeah, and so I'm down for this. I really think that it's going to be pretty. This is what it's going to be, what it's going to look like. And then this is, oh, not this one. Let me see, share this tab instead. Okay, let me see if this one is sharing. Okay, so this is the Karen Big Cakes in boysenberry. It doesn't have, oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Looky here. Okay, so this is the colorway. And as you can see, it's like a stripe. So it has enough of one color to get, depending on how wide your row is, you're going to get somewhat of a good thick stripe of that color. And so this has like a really light minty green. It has a cream. And when it goes from the cream to the minty green, there's a little bit of rosy in there. And then it has a deep teal and a purple. And the purple is not like super uber dark purple. It's just a nice boysenberry purple. So yeah, so I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be a really pretty blanket with these stripes as the background and then the white hearts. So that's what I'm working on for February. And so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, so that is my February blanket that I'm making. But I started on that slouchy cardigan, and I am so in love with this pattern. So something new, like since I started this slouchy cardigan, this is all I'm doing. Like I set that blanket aside. All I'm doing is this slouchy cardigan. I can't wait until it's done. I am almost there. I mean, it's okay. I'm not almost there, but I'm almost there. I'm almost at the end of the back. I've finished the front panels and I'm almost finishing the back panels, and then they can get sewn together so that it will be, I can actually wear it, right? I can put it on, I can wear it. Then I need to do the ribbing around the neckline and around the front. And then I have 2 arms to make and sew. And that's it. That's what I've got. So I am so close, so close. And I'll show it to you in just a second. But for right now, for right now, I am, let's see, let's go back to the banners and let's see. So we have, what's on your hook, what's in your cup, and what's your weather like. If you are new, let me know. I want to know. Today, February 11th, is National Latte Day. So, yeah, if you enjoy a good latte, today's your day. Go ahead and get one. Make one. Go buy one. However you have to get it, go get it. Right? Yes, it's National Latte Day, and don't you just love a good latte? I do. I do. One of my favorite indulgences. It's just like that thick, foamy milk that's all heated up and it's in there and it's just thick and creamy and it's just so luscious. Yeah, I'm a big latte fan. Love it, love it, love it. Today is also National Guitar Day. So if you have a guitar or if you like to listen to guitar, yeah, hey, put something on YouTube with acoustic guitar and play that in the background as you crochet. That would be fun, don't you think? If you own a guitar, grab it, get it out, and start strumming away. Nimble up those fingers if you haven't strummed your guitar lately. Oh, Malanta. This is good stuff. Good stuff, I'm telling you. Today is also National Peppermint Patty Day. Who doesn't love a good peppermint patty? Now, I know there are people out there who do not like mint with their chocolate, but I got to tell you, there's a whole lot of people who do. And I'm one of them. I love mint and chocolate. National Peppermint Patty Day is absolutely delicious. Ah, hey, Lydia, how are you? Yarnworks by Lydia. It's so good to see you. I hope that you are having a fabulous Wip Wednesday. And good morning to you. Connie says, I have no musical talent. That is so funny. So funny. Let's see. And, oh, okay. Connie likes mint and chocolate. Me too. When I was growing up, mint chocolate chip ice cream was like the pinnacle of goodness, yummy goodness. So we did not eat out a lot, and we didn't, that was the era where, fast food was just coming around, right? I was born in the 60s, and so in the 70s when I was a little kid, I remember we had Geno's, which was a hamburger place. There was McDonald's. But like my area, and I was in the city. My area was like, I remember when Hardee's came around. That was a long time. We did have a Burger King over by the library. But we didn't like run to fast food. You ate at home, and there was none of this. Let's swing through the drive-through and blah blah blah. There was really not a lot of that. That was like a last resort, right? But as a treat, every now and then from the local, well, we had a little local store. It was called Highs, and it was a dairy, Highs Dairy, and they owned a little local. I guess today it would be like a gas station store, kind of a thing. Only there was no gas station there. It's just a little corner store, and so they had their own ice cream there, and you could pick up, a quart or a half gallon. More than likely, it was a quart of ice cream, and mint chip was our favorite. That was our family favorite. And then also, every now and then we would get donuts, and it would be the Boston cream. Only back then they didn't call it Boston cream. They called it Bavarian cream because it had the Bavarian cream in the center with the chocolate top, So that's when I was growing up, it was called Bavarian cream. Now they call it Boston cream, which is fine. I don't care what you call it. Just, let me have it. Right? I know. So anyway, those were the two treats when I was growing up. And and it was a good day when you got those donuts or that ice cream. So I did enjoy that. But so mint ice cream, peppermint patties. Yeah. Junior mints. When you went to the movie theater, you got a box of junior mints and those little Stark snow caps, the little chocolate with the little white beads on them, snow caps. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't think people do snow caps anymore, but that was like one of the things that you always got. Anyway, yeah. And Lydia says, love it. I love it. Yeah. I do too. National Peppermint Patty Day. Okay, so today is also National Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk Day. How many times have we heard that in our life? Don't cry over spilled milk. And I think, spilled milk is not anything overly dramatic or overly important. It's in the scheme of life, a little bit of spilled milk is not anything to get like really upset about. And so, that's our little reminder for the day. So if you have to frog 2 rows, which I did the other day. So Tuesday, I finally felt like crocheting. I didn't tell you what happened on Saturday. I will in just a second. Tuesday, I finally felt like crocheting. So I pick up my work and there's a green hook in there. I didn't pay attention. It's green hook. I knew I was using a green hook. And so I am crocheting away and and I get a whole row in and I'm doing the second row and it's not really matching up, because my work, like I have a row of puff stitches and those puff stitches line up with the row of X stitches, cross stitches, Good morning, Amy. Good morning. And this one wasn't. It wasn't lining up and I didn't know, what's going on here? What is happening? Well, on last Friday, when I was sitting here, I was talking about the C2C, making little tiny C2Cs. Oh, thank you, Amy. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. I was making little tiny C2Cs and corner to corner blocks and talking about how I wanted to put some of those together and make a really pretty blanket because I just think that it looks really pretty like that. And I had my eye hook out. I had this hook out, which is green with metal. This is my Clover Amour, and this is the 5.5 millimeter hook. And it was sitting there. And so I just picked it up because I knew I had a green hook that I was using. And I used this green hook without really paying attention on Tuesday. And then I'm looking and I'm like, oh my Lanta, where is my hook? Because the hook that I'm supposed to be using, is my K hook, which is also green, but it's plastic. And so yeah, this one was a no-no. So I frogged 2 rows. No biggie. Frogged. I'm glad that I figured it out before I had a whole section done of that, right? And so anyway, then I started over with the K hook. Everything smoothed out. Everything was fine. I didn't have to finagle anything. See, I was starting to have to finagle the ends a little bit. And I was like, what is up with this? I've made almost this whole sweater and I haven't had to finagle anything. And So yeah, that was it. It helps if you use the right hook size, doesn't it? Oh my Lanta. So for those of you who don't know, on Saturday, I got up and I was like, I'm going to go let the chickens out. And a lot of times hubby will go let them out. But that day I was like, I'm going to go let the chickens out. And I haven't seen my girls in a couple days. And so my knee was hurting. My knee has been hurting for 3 weeks. And I didn't know what was wrong. I had like almost like a muscle lump behind the knee. Didn't know what it was, but like I would rub it out and it felt sore. But I could just feel like something pulling in my knee. And so I'm kind of hobbling out to the chicken coop. And I get out there and I'm starting to talk, where's my babies? Where's my babies? Because that's what I say. And then they get all like excited, right? You can hear them in there going, making all their noises and everything. They're like, she's here, she's here. And so we have those metal stairs with like a handrail, right, going up into the coop. It's like the portable stairs, So I open the coop door and I walk up 1, 2, those are short stairs, and then the last step into the coop, and I put my right foot down and I'm stepping into the coop, putting the weight on my right foot. I lead with my right foot. I'm right-handed. I don't know why, but I guess that's the way, I walk, is leading with my right foot. And I hear the loudest snap, pop, boom, break, whatever you want to call it, that I've ever heard out of my knee. And I am in instant pain. And it was loud. It was loud like I thought I broke a bone. That's how loud it was. And I really wasn't sure what was going on. I was evaluating it. It was hurting. I'm holding on to the door jambs of the coop like this because I don't want to fall, And so I'm standing there and I'm like trying to evaluate, trying to figure out, can I walk? Can I, what happened? What just happened? Was it just, did I just pop my knee? Was it just, a normal, how you, do your knuckles? I didn't know if it was something like that, but it was loud, like a broken bone loud. And so no, I tore something in there. But as I'm holding on, I had just pulled the door open, and I'm not supposed to be holding on to the jamb, but I'm holding on to the jamb, and the door gets caught by the wind and it slams shut, and the edge of it just goes right into the quick of my nail bed. That hurt more than my knee. And then it started bleeding. And so this is what it looks like right now. After several days, there's this little scab there, but oh my Lanta, I thought, shoot me now. That's really what I was thinking. It hurts so bad. It got right in the beginning of that nail bed and just, it slammed so hard, and it was on an edge that slammed and just, I'm surprised it didn't cut my finger off. That's how hard it slammed. Thankfully, the door itself is not a heavy door. It was a handmade door, just like the whole coop was hand built. The door was built, and so it wasn't a super heavy door. But wow, so like in that I completely forgot about my knee pain, and I was just, I'm bleeding, and I'm just like, I'm done. And now my knee didn't make me cry, but my finger made me cry. It was bad. Oh my Lanta. So I call my husband and I'm like, I'm stuck in the chicken coop. something popped in my knee. I can't walk. I can't put any weight on it. It's hurting really bad. And, I need help. And I'm crying. And he doesn't know that I'm crying because my finger was hurting so bad. It was throbbing. And then it's still a little numb. Like I'm touching the tip of my finger and there's still a little numbness in there. But Saturday, the tip of it was completely numb. I'll be surprised if I don't lose that nail. But anyway, I have to be really careful with this. So, oh, what a day. And so I don't even know how I got to the car. My hubby ended up getting the car, driving it to the coop, to the beginning of the gate. And so he got me to the car. I got in the car. I said, this is what we're doing. I hadn't had coffee yet. I'm like, you're going in the house and you're making coffee and you're bringing me a cup of coffee. And then we're going to the emergency room. He's like, we are? I'm like, yeah, that's what that's what's happening. That's what we're doing. And so we ended up, he drove me to, well, anyway, when we were down at the coop, he collected eggs. And so he took the eggs in and so he got the coffee going, brought it out. We go to the emergency room and oh my Lanta, it was Saturday. It was awful. It was terribly busy. There were people in there with the flu and people in there. There was one guy that had gotten injured on the job and his work had sent him for x-rays. He thought he broke his shoulder. And there was just all kinds of sick people in there. And I'm like, oh, finally, and the back, all of the rooms were filled. So they were taking care of us in the front. And so, when we got there, Doran got he got a wheelchair and put me in the wheelchair, parked the car, and then we went in. So I was in the wheelchair. So they did x-rays, no broken bones. And they said, it's more than likely either, a soft tissue injury or a tear of, a tendon or something like that. And they didn't have any equipment in the emergency room to do like an MRI or anything like that. So they referred me to an ortho. So I had to wait until Monday. So this was Saturday. My pain level was an 8. They put me in a brace, which helped. It helped. Initially it helped until it didn't, I don't know if you've ever experienced that or not, but like you put the brace on initially and it's like, okay, good. It stabilized it. It was a knee stabilizer is what it was. And so that did help initially. And then until it didn't, and then it just felt really tight and, I just couldn't handle it anymore. So we had to take it off for me to sleep. Boy, that was hard. They just told me take Tylenol or ibuprofen, whichever one I wanted. So I was taking Tylenol. And so by Monday, I called an ortho and I got in that day. I got in at 3:00 that day. I had to come in at 2:30 to fill out their paperwork. And I got to see the doctor right away. And she was very, very good. She, she moved my knee in moved my leg in different areas and was feeling the knee, and all of that. And she determined that it is a meniscus tear, and it's on the outside of my knee. And so she said, I can give you a shot if you want, and it will help with the pain and the healing. It'll help bring down the inflammation in there, and it'll help with the healing. Or if you don't want the shot, she said, I can give you over-the-counter steroids. She said they do the same thing. They just do it a whole lot slower. You have to take it over a certain amount of time and days. And, steroids, oral steroids can tend to make my stomach upset. And so I was like, I don't want the shot, but everybody in my life is telling me get the shot. So, it'll be the quickest, easiest thing. So, okay, I'll get the shot. And so I'm here to tell you, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. It wasn't, my favorite, but it wasn't as bad as I've heard. There was just a lot of pressure. So, she sprayed it real good with the numbing spray on the outside. And then the inside has lidocaine in it too. So it numbs as the medicine goes in. So I really didn't feel anything except for pressure. But I was still anxious. It was like doing Lamaze breathing, right? Because I was just really anxious, anticipating what could be pain. Thankfully, there was no pain. There was just uncomfortable pressure. So, I won't be afraid of the shot anymore if I ever have to get another one. So basically, that shot has helped my knee considerably. And so when I came home on Saturday, it was really hard for me to even get back in the house. I ended up using a walker that we happened to have that my dad used to use. And so I was using a walker to get around, which was a tremendous help, Listen, if you're over 50, and you ever have an instance where you can get a free walker, get it. Keep it in your closet just in case, because let me tell you, it came in handy. It really did. Oh, my Lanta, it came in handy. So anyway, yeah, I am. Okay, let's see. What happened here? Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go. And so I would highly recommend it, actually. It really saved me on Saturday. And so, yeah, that's what happened. And so Monday when I came home, I rested and slept a lot. I didn't feel as much pain, but I still had to use the walker for stability. And so by last night, I was walking without the walker. I felt confident enough in my stability to be able to walk without the walker. So that was good. Today I'm walking without the walker. But boy, did that save me a lot. It really did. So I'm still healing. I go back in 6 weeks for evaluation. She said, if I am still in pain, before 6 weeks is up and I need to see her again, then by all means make another appointment earlier. But she said, typically, like, insurance companies want to see that you have, done rehabilitation or, rehab or whatever for 6 weeks to see if the knee will heal. And then if it's not, then, they're more than likely to approve an MRI and further investigation into it. There is a possibility that I may have to have surgery for the meniscus. And she said it's kind of like they go in and, if you have like a little bone chip or whatever, and they just remove that little bone. It's not a bone, but it's kind of similar to something like that. So anyway, that's my story about that. Today is also National Inventors Day. So, do you have an inventor in your life? Do you have someone who is always coming up with an easier way or a shortcut or inventing something that makes their life easier or makes a process go smoother? This is the day to honor them. Definitely, definitely. Or maybe you're the inventor. And so then we honor you on this National Inventors Day. Can you imagine if we lived in a world where nobody invented anything? I mean, we wouldn't have all these great things that we have, right? We wouldn't have cars or electricity or, I don't know, paint or, I mean, there's all kinds of things. Our whole world it is full of things that was thought of and developed by someone else. We wouldn't have crochet hooks. Somebody had to invent that crochet hook, even if it was just, finding, a bone that had a little hook shape and going, oh, look at that, or whatever. Whatever. I don't know how everything was invented, but today is the day to celebrate National Inventors Day. So as you know, this is my year of something new. And so I am really, really happy that I'm really happy that this is the year that I am trying new things. It's so easy to get stuck in a rut, isn't it? It's so easy. I'm going to grab out I haven't shown you my my sweater yet, my cardigan. So I'm going to grab that out. And I'm currently working on a blue row. Let me see. I'm trying and not drop my hook, which I don't actually know where it is. Where's my hook? I think it's stuck in here. Oh, here it is. So this is the hook that I was supposed to be using. It's a K hook, 6.5 millimeter. And so yeah, that 1 millimeter does make a difference, doesn't it? So looky here. Okay. Let me see. All right. So this is the back. This is the back that I am currently working on. So there's the ribbing and then the back, and I am on a blue row. So I have 16 from here, 16 rows that I need to do. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm currently working on row 13 of this back. So I have this row and then 3 more rows, and then this back will be done. This is the front panel. And I'm not exactly sure how this works, except that this is going to be the sleeve hole. You see that? That will be the sleeve hole. And then this will get sewn together at the top. Let me see if I can show you this way. And so, yeah, so here's the sleeve. And then this is the front. One side of the front. It's going to be really, really, it's slouchy. It has 9 inches of ease on it. And it's going to be like wrapping myself in a blanket. So I'm really excited about that. I really, really am. So yeah, so this is the front. And oh, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. And so then let me see. Here is the other side with the other armhole. And so, yeah, so this is what it's going to be like, this right here. And so I have, you know, the ribbing around the inside of the front, and it's just going to be, you know, something to cozy wrap around me. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. I have 3.5 rows of the back, and then I can connect it, and then it will actually drape on me like it's supposed to, you know, before I put the sleeves on. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. And so this is my fun project. I mean, look at this. It's like a blanket. It really is. And I'm loving the colors. I know they're a little eclectic, but I'm loving the colors. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. And so yeah, I am really, really excited about this. And I'm almost like, I can just taste the end, right? So I'm going to be working on this today, and hopefully getting this part finished. I don't know if the instructions are going to have me put the ribbing on first or do the sleeves first and connect those and then do the ribbing. I'm not exactly sure, but I want to do the ribbing and the cuffs for the sleeves in this same color. And then it has pockets in the front. So, and I wanted to do the pockets in this same color right here. And, but I don't know if I have enough yarn. If I don't have enough yarn, that's okay. I will just pick a different color and, you know, make the pockets a totally different color. Anyway, I'm real excited because I can like see the end of this tunnel right here. And it has been a lot of fun. It has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Naomi. Hello. How are you? Aloha. It is so good to see you. Oh, the colors are your favorite part. So this is actually a 5-row repeat stitch. The here we go. Let me share with you the pattern. It's a free pattern, and it's called the Paisley cardigan, and it's slouchy, Paisley slouchy cardigan, and it's a free pattern. And I kind of mimicked her colors, right? So let me share this with you so you can see. I am so excited about this. Okay, where is that again? Slouchy, slouchy. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, share. So this is the Paisley cardigan. It's called Slouchy. And see how her pockets and her ribbing and the ribbing around the inside of the cardigan, how it has like that, well, it's more than just a variegated, it kind of looks like pebbled or something like that. That's why I used this colorway, which is actually the colorway of my goat, sassafras. And so I had several of those left. Most of them were partial, right? So I had several of those skeins left. And so I just grabbed them all. I think I had 3 or 4 partial skeins. So that's why I'm hoping that it, you know, it lasts. And so let me scroll down a little bit more because there's another photo. Here's the photo of her. And so see how she has like the gold and the maroon and a blue and a gray. And so I had these colors. And so I just, you know, I just decided to do my colors, and I'm just really happy with it. I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm happy with it. I hope that it's not like so big that it just completely engulfs me, you know. I did shorten it a little bit. The main body part called for 29 rows. So you do the ribbing and then you do 29 rows. I stopped at 23. No, 26. I stopped 3 short. So I'm kind of glad I did, because I didn't really want it to be down to my knees. You know, I really didn't want it to be so long that you know, it looked like I was wearing a house coat. I wanted it to, plus I'm a short girl, so I just didn't want it to be too oversized. I am excited about doing the sleeves, because see how her sleeves are like 2 different colors. So she's got the cuffs, and then she has on one of them, she has burgundy and gold. And then on the other one is like the gray and the blue. And so I am excited about that, because I'm going to do both sleeves different colors, same colors that I'm using in here, but I'm going to change it up just like she did. And so, yeah, I'm excited about that. Totally excited. So yeah, maybe next time I see you on Friday, this will be finished. But let me tell you what this is. It's cactus and lace designs.com slouchy paisley cardigan free crochet pattern. So I will share this to you. And oh, you're heading to the PX. Yay! So I'm sharing this to you in the chat, but I'm also going to, let me do a banner. And so this is the banner. If you just Google slouchy paisley cardigan, it will come up. Cactus and lace designs.com. That is the designer. It's a free pattern, easy to follow. It's a 5-row repeat. I'm telling you, once you get, you know, you do the first 5-row repeat, and then you're into the second one. So easy, because in that 5-row repeat, there's only 3 different stitch rows. There's a puff stitch row, there's a cross stitch row, or an X stitch row, whatever you want to call it. And then there's, hey, this is a stitch that I'd never heard of before. So this was also new to me, extended half double crochet row. And she explains exactly how to do the extended half double crochet. You yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over and pull up. And in a normal half double crochet, we yarn over and pull through all 3. But with an extended, we yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over and pull through all 3. So it kind of makes it a little thicker and a little bit higher of a half double crochet. I like it. I like that stitch a lot. And so those are the 3 stitch rows. 2 of them are repeated in that 5-row repeat. So it's super easy to memorize. It's super easy. Basically, you just know, and it's super easy to count your rows because they're bigger rows. You use a K-hook. So it is, you know, totally not difficult. You know, it's not tight stitches or anything. It's just very relaxed. 9 inches of ease. So if you want, go a size down. If you're worried about it being overwhelming, and I did that, I went a size down. Normally with you know, a sweater or something, I might go a size up, not knowing, you know, you just never know if you, um, you know, are like me and, you know, a bigger gal, you want to make sure that it fits. But I did not want 9 inches of ease. I did not want it to like engulf, especially when you're a short girl, you know, it, it is a slouchy cardigan. I'm loving it though. I'm loving it. And this is all part of um my cozy romantic crochet. This cottage core crochet, farm core, cabin core crochet that is full of you know, comfort and just, you know, that cozy, that comfort, that that just gives that vibe, right? And so that's what I've been doing. Um, so with my year of something new, January and February is my Farewell Crochet. Well, I knocked that out of the ballpark in January by using Janelle's crochet therapy channel's pattern for making a gift bag. And I absolutely love it. So my, yeah, so my January was very successful. My February is very successful. I am really loving it. And I'm going to finish this in February. And then I'm going to, you know, try to work on that heart blanket. I know that that heart blanket, it's not something that I set out to complete in February. It would be nice if I could, but with this consuming my time, obviously, you know, a girl's got to just have a priority. And this is my priority right now. I'm so excited about it. Now, in preparation of March and April, my year of something new is that I wanted to complete something in knit because I've always said, oh, I know how to knit. I just don't enjoy it. You know, crochet, no problem. Give me a pattern, no problem. You know, even if it's challenging, I'll work through it until I figure it out, right? So expert level, throw it at me. I'm okay. But knitting, I have never completed one thing in knit. And do you know, when I was little, my Aunt Linda taught me how to cast on with knitting. And I'm so sorry that she never showed me more, right? Because she showed me how to cast on and I had it down. Like I would cast on with knitting and then I'd be like, Linda, look. And she'd be like, oh, that's great. Now, you know, you can take it off and you can start again. And so so I practiced that. Like I got that down really, really well. I was little, like really little. I'm going to say like 4 or 5 because I know when she made me this knit, little, it's so cute. It's like, I have to find it. It's so cute. It's like almost like a double teardrop, right? And so it fit on my head and then it covered my ears. It was an ear warmer. And then she had knit strings that came down that would tie. And then she had little appliques. And she had, I remember because she asked me, she had little kittens and she had little puppies. And she's like, which one do you want on your hat? And I said, I wanted kittens. And so now we didn't have kittens. I think they may have had a kitten, but I wasn't allowed to have a kitten when I was growing up. And my dad did not like them. And so anyway, I loved kittens. And so she put the kittens on there. I'll have to dig that out for next time. I will. so that I can show you, or maybe I'll just bring it out in March when that is my something new. Now, don't be discouraged thinking, oh no, she's going to be knitting, she's going to be blah, blah, blah. Listen, I am a crocheter. I love crocheting. This is my passion. This is my heart. I just want to try something new. So, I just want to be able to complete something in knit. So, don't get upset with me. Please don't get upset with me. If you are not a knitter and you don't want to hear about knitting and blah, 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 and that's it, I completely understand. I really do. My passion is crochet, but I just want to be able to finish knitting. And I'm not very good at it. But I am learning to, I'm learning. And I'm learning that it's not as bad as I thought, because I've been saying, I know how to knit, but I just don't enjoy it. So like this is so far it's a kind of like a working corner to corner. It's diagonal. Am I good at it? No, heck no. I'm looking at my stitches right now. I can see drop stitches everywhere. Now, if I made these mistakes with crochet, I would know how to fix them. I don't know how to fix them with knit. So this is all very new to me. But I'm going to finish this. It's going to be ugly, but I'm going to finish it. And so this is my practice, my dishcloth. And yeah. So a few years ago, my husband was in the hospital, and he was having to have a toe amputated. It was infected. The bone was infected. And I was really nervous and kind of scared for him. This was the very first time that he had anything like this happen. And so I remember this was in Gainesville, Florida, and I had a local Joann's that I would go to. And so I went to Joann's, and I had all kinds of crochet, but the crochet was not taking my mind off of it because I was not able to, and I was experiencing a lot of anxiety at that time too. I was not able to, like, I didn't have to concentrate hard enough. My mind was still, doing all the flippy floppy things. And so I got myself some knitting needles and a ball of yarn specifically for this project, and I started a Ross hat. And being able to have to follow instructions and have to really concentrate, I was really concentrating on this hat during that stressful time. And so it was making me not let my mind wander, like, with crochet. Now, did I crochet? Heck yes, I crocheted. I crocheted like 10 dishcloths while we were there. I just crocheted all kinds of things. But when I needed to double down and just like concentrate and take my mind off of whatever, I would, pick up the knitting and I would start knitting because it was something that was very new. I had never made a hat before. I had started different projects, but finished none of them. And in fact, I have not finished that Ross hat. I have it right here, and it's really near the top of the beanie. The Ross hat starts at the brim and goes up. And so I may even finish the Ross hat. I don't know. So it's just a new thing that I want to learn. Please don't worry that I'm going to turn my channel into a knitting channel. I'm not. But I am going to embrace that. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I've just been so worried that, my people will be like upset with me for like cheating on crochet, right? I mean, isn't it like having, a really favorite boyfriend, my crochet, and then over here is this like handsome little daredevil over here called knitting, and cheating on my crochet with this knitting. I kind of feel I kind of feel that way. Oh, my Lanta. So I don't want anybody to be upset and think, she's turning her back on us and she's no longer going to be crocheting and everything. As you can see, I am absolutely insano about crochet. So don't worry about that. For the first time in my life, I'm actually starting to enjoy knitting, and which completely shocks me. Completely. And so anyway, I hope that that you don't walk away. Please stick around. Right? So anyway, this is my cardigan that I'm working on. I hope I have it even a little more finished by the time I see you. And I have end strings everywhere. I have tails everywhere. And so I have not sewn any tails in. In fact, with this, I've left long tails. So anyway, we'll see. So I hope that you have a wonderful, thank you, Amy. Thank you. Amy says, LOL, you are all good with me. The most I've ever knitted is a few rows of a dish rag that my mom had in progress. I would love to try again. Oh, good. So maybe in March, then I'll share the pattern that I've been using, and I'll share a little bit of detail. If you want to knit with me, you can. And I have a project that I'm really excited about doing in March or April. And I'll just let you know what it is. I had to, it's a purchase pattern, but it's not that expensive. It's just a couple dollars. But it's called the Sophie Scarf. And that's what I'm going to be working on in March. This is my practice. And I'm like really not doing very well with it. But I'm just going to power through. I don't care. I know I have skip stitches. I know it's going to be ugly. I know I have so this is supposed to be like the end row, but looky here. See, this one is like way up here. Anyway, I even have a hole in the middle here. It's like totally not perfect. But I don't care. I don't care. This is my practice one. This is the one that I'm going to, that's why I really like doing something like a dish rag, because who cares if it has a drop stitch? You're going to be washing your dishes with it. It's good practice. It's very good practice. So I've been practicing. So if you've ever wanted to, give it a shot. You never know. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go finish my whip. I can't wait to get started on it because I'm so close. I am so close. I'm so excited. So I want you to stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I will see you on Friday.